Honoring a man who gave his life to protect our city, risking everything to keep us safe.
Today, Central Ohio takes a moment to say goodbye to Officer Steve Smith, shot and killed in the line of duty. Flags are at half-staff in his honor, and blue ribbons line the streets throughout Columbus.
It'll be a somber day as we remember the life and the legacy of an officer, a husband, and a father. We begin our team coverage with NBC4's Beth Del Pani, who joins us from the church in Westerville, where thousands are expected for the funeral in just a few hours. Beth.
Yes, good morning, Katie. This will be quite the production. We saw all the flags lining North State as we drove in here this morning, 6 hours ahead of this ceremony that's getting underway at about 11 a.m. And you can already see activity here at St. Paul's Catholic Church here in Westerville. A SWAT vehicle positioned in front of this church, and this church is huge. It's the largest in the Catholic diocese, holding 1,600 people inside. There will be an additional area, overflow areas, that will hold another 1,300. So thousands of people making their way here a little bit later this morning. Certainly a day that'll be full of emotion, and the area really tied up until about 3 o'clock this afternoon. There'll be hundreds of marked cruisers from around the state of Ohio and around the country for that matter. Police Chief Kim Jacobs is expected to speak. The ceremony will get underway at the beginning with the Columbus Police and Fire Pipes and Drum Corps. Following the service, there will be an honor guard ceremony outside of the church, as well as a 21-gun salute. There'll be a presentation of the American flag to the family of Officer Steve Smith, a helicopter flyover, and a riderless horse. This entire ceremony expected to last right around 45 minutes. That's approximate. No graveside services, and then there will be a small procession when this is all over that will head back into Columbus. Authorities, though, want to let the public know that they are welcoming folks to line the streets, of course, leading to St. Paul's Church here in Westerville. So quite the production getting underway at 11 o'clock this morning. There will be a lot of parking restrictions. We need to have some parking guidelines as well to get you here. And for more on that, we go to Jen Bullock. Jen.
That's absolutely right, Beth. A lot of people are expected to attend this event, so we have a few different parking options for those of you who are traveling there this morning. First of all, we want to let you know that there is parking at the church. However, we want you to remember that there will be a lot of family, friends, officers, officials, and deputies as well. So that may not be an option for the public who's planning to be there. We mentioned earlier that a portion of North State Street will be closed. We're also hearing that a portion of County Line Road will be closed to accommodate overflow parking. So if it is necessary, if they need to have more parking spaces, those roadways will be available. Something else you want to keep in mind if you are a member of the public that wants to attend, police are asking that you park at the Westerville Sports Complex. Actually, Westerville Sports Complex, the soccer field there, it's a few blocks away, but the good news is, as you can see here, CODA is providing shuttle service to anyone who is parking there. So they will drive you to the church and back from the church as well. So keep that in mind if you're traveling that way this morning. Now, again, we've been telling you this all morning long. You want to expect delays at least until 3 this afternoon. The funeral only expected to last until about 11:45, but a lot of people are going to be moving in and out. So you'll see closures and delays around that area in Westerville. Also on 71 as they proceed back to Columbus, coming from that area as well. So for info on those closures, stay tuned. I'll have more on that at 5:32. And as always, you can get that updated information on NBC4i.com.
Thank you, Jennifer. Well, we know Officer Smith touched the lives of so many here in Central Ohio.
Absolutely. Since he passed away, the community has done their part, showing their support, hanging signs of thanks, and taking the opportunity to pay their respects. Our Katie Love is live this morning in downtown at the Police Memorial with more on the tributes for the fallen officer. Katie?
It's really incredible. We've seen people turn on their blue porch lights to lowering their flags. And also just here at the memorial, you can see a number of notes by children. You have an action figure here in a little police car. So really, this has touched the lives of so many in our community. And one beautiful act of kindness was done by a veteran himself. You can see here that a man took it upon himself to play taps outside the Columbus Police Department. Homicide Detective James Howe says he was just sitting in his office when he heard the sound of taps playing. He went up to the window and saw Graham Webb III. Webb was showing his appreciation and, of course, sorrow. He told us yesterday he wanted the community to know that he was there to show support for the police department and an act of kindness. Homicide Detective Howe says he'll never forget.
It's really just a neat experience that, especially like in homicide or even the police department, police officer in general, you see the bad side of human behavior all the time. And then to see someone do something like that's pretty incredible.
You can see here these blue flowers. Blue, of course, a sign of respect for police officers. Many people wearing blue ribbons today. We've seen them line the streets as well. Reporting live in downtown Columbus, Katie Love, NBC4.
Thank you, Katie. And law enforcement officers from across the country are traveling here today, hundreds of miles, to pay their respects this morning to our fallen hero. You will see officers, deputies, troopers today from dozens of surrounding areas, plus some from as far away as Chicago and Colorado. They're here not only representing their individual police departments, but also the Brotherhood for the Fallen. That's an organization which sends law enforcement to the funerals of every U.S. officer killed in the line of duty.
We think it's important for the department to be represented across the country when officers are killed in the line of duty. It helps show solidarity and unity among law enforcement across the nation.
A total of 7 Brotherhood for the Fallen members that represent 3 chapters from across the country will be here today at the funeral.
Such a great way to honor him, and it's wonderful to see. Remember, contribution to honor the life of Officer Smith can still be made to his family if you want to.
That's right. A fund has been set up at the CME Federal Credit Union in Columbus. You can mail your donations to the address on your screen or stop by any local branch this week to make an in-person donation. Stay with NBC4 and NBC4i.com this morning for live coverage of the funeral. We will stream the ceremony on air and online. And remember, you can also watch it live on your smartphone by downloading our mobile news app.